Good evening. I'm so glad you came to class tonight. Such a joy to see all of you and to practice with you. Tonight, we're going to be moving a lot of energy. I know a lot of us have been stuck inside or not getting all of the exercise that we want, maybe even feeling a little bit down from being isolated. So we're going to move energy a lot tonight. It's going to be a lot of moving. And we'll take some of our practices from the Kundalini tradition, which is a very energetic tradition. It's all about moving the energy. So that'll be a lot of fun. So let's start, though, lying down on our backs. We'll take a few moments here to settle into the floor. Take some slow, deep breaths. Do a scan of your body. Just notice where you feel tense and where you feel relaxed. Just deepen your breathing. And let's inhale the arms all the way up overhead. Take a big stretch from heels to fingertips. And then we'll stretch one side of the body. Come back to center. Take a breath and stretch the other side of the body. And come back to center. Let's stretch from heels to fingertips. And surrender. And let's bring the knees into the chest. Give yourself a hug and gently rock from side to side. Giving your back a nice little massage on the floor. And then rolling to one side or spinal rock and roll. You can either do this or just roll to one side to come to a seated position. Sitting up nice and tall, to roll the shoulders down and back, and we'll take some nice, deep, sun-shining breaths. Stop for a moment. Feel the breath nice and deep. And let's do some side to side stretches. Reaching up and over. Inhale, stretch. Exhale over. Inhale, windmilling your arms, opening your side body. So the other thing we're going to do tonight in class is we're going to work on moving the lymph. Come back to center, notice how it feels. Your lymph system is your body's toxic waste purifier. And the lymph system does not have its own pump like the circulatory system. So you need to move to squeeze the lymph to move it up towards your heart. And our major lymph nodes are collecting here, 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 and here. And as we go through our practice today, you'll notice how our favorite yoga poses that we do every week are yoga poses that move and stretch the lymph. And That's one of the reasons why yoga is so valuable for improving our immunity. So start by improving our immunity. Let's make little pointers with our fingers. We're going to do a little Tarzan thump in our chest. This is where our thymus lives. And our thymus is our immune system gland. Right near all those lymph nodes, it's part of that system. So we're tapping the thymus, waking it up, bringing blood to the thymus. And you should do this about 20 times, about 3 or 4 times a day to strengthen your immune system. And down. We're going to take some nice big circles. So as big as you like, rounding back and stretching forward. So when you go back, you're pulling your belly in and rounding your back. And when you come forward, you're lengthening your spine, rounding back, stretching forward. Let's come to stillness and we'll reverse. Big circles, pulling the belly in and rounding back, leaning forward, big stretch over. One last one. And come to stillness, take it in. We're going to do some shoulder circles. We're going to do a Kundalini variation. Take your left hand, oops, I'll do it backwards for you. Take your left hand behind your head, sit up nice and tall, and wrap the thumb inside the fingers and stretch up, and then we'll make some big circles. So notice how we're stretching the underside of the arm, where the lymph nodes are, and the side of the chest. So this is a nice shoulder opener and a nice immune strengthener. Big circles. Let's reverse and circle back the other way. And we end by reaching that arm up, deep breath, and then releasing and comparing the two sides of the body. Take the right hand behind the head, left hand, bring the thumb in, wrap the fingers around the thumb, inhale that arm up, and we'll make some nice big circles, opening the body, stretching the area of the lymph nodes and the lymph system, strengthening our immune system. And we'll go back the other way. And let's reach up and release and close your eyes. One of the things you'll notice about the Kundalini style of yoga is there's continual movement followed by periods of bringing your awareness inside. And that contrast is truly lovely. So let's stretch out our legs, toes turned upward. And we'll inhale up. And we're going to exhale over towards one side. Inhale back up. Exhale, twist, and over to the other. Again, notice how we're stretching the sides of the body, moving the lymph, strengthening our immune system. Taking lots of slow, deep breaths. Ordinarily, I would say if you get tired, stop. And of course, if you do need to stop, do that. However, in the Kundalini tradition, part of the Kundalini ideal is to keep going through challenge and adversity. So how's that for another good message for this time? So we're also getting lots of air moving into our body, deeply breathing, exhaling away toxins. So it's another toxic release through the breath. Let's do one more set. And down. Boy, feel your heart beating. Go inside, become aware of all the sensations in your body. And another little subtle Kundalini thing we can do to move energy is to draw the perineum, the pelvic floor up, to draw the belly in and up, to press the tongue against the roof of the mouth, right in the middle, and to bring our awareness to our third eye in the middle of our forehead. Did you get a little tingle up there? So we're moving energy up into our third eye, creating enlightenment. Let's come over onto our hands and knees. Let's do some nice table warm-ups. We'll do a variation again, so some movement, inhaling up, exhaling back, inhaling up, exhaling gently, inhaling up, exhaling lift, inhaling open, exhaling back. So you notice we're doing a little faster than we usually do. If this does not work for you, please choose a pace that your body would like. Last one. And come on back up and take it in, either an easy pose or a thunderbolt. Again, you can draw the pelvic floor up, draw the belly in and up, relax the shoulders, tongue touches the roof of the mouth, awareness and eyes reaching up towards the third eye. Let's move into toe hamstring stretch. Coming into our lunge. And turn the back toes over, the front toes up. And stretch back, nose to knee. Inhale forward, drop the hips, stretch up. Again, we'll do it in a quicker variation if that works for you. If it does not, please go slower, honor your body. So enjoying the fluidity of movement that you're creating. So as we open this hip joint, we're stretching the groins, we're opening the hip there, and that's where we're moving the lymph and working on those lymph nodes there. It's fun, isn't it? We're having a nice, fun, easy, relaxed class tonight. Very casual, simple, enjoyable. And at the same time, we're lifting our mood and strengthening our immunity. How about two more? And let's come back to a nice seated position, thunderbolt or easy pose. Close your eyes, draw the pelvic floor up, navel in and up, shoulders relaxed, tongue touching roof of mouth, eyes and awareness to the third eye. And we'll change sides. Do the other side. Bring in the opposite foot through. With that foot. And coming forward, turning the toes over, lifting the toes up, reaching back. Moving between lunge and toe hamstring stretch. Moving with your breath. Nice, easy, fluid movements. Just having a good time. Opening up the body. Remember, if this is too fast, go slower. If this is too slow, go faster. Let's do about 5 more. And come back to your seated position, whichever one you're using, easy pose or thunderbolt. Take it in, draw the pelvic floor up, belly in and up, shoulders down, tongue against roof of mouth, eyes turned upward, awareness in the third eye. Let's come over onto our hands and knees and press back into downward facing dog. Lifting the hips and pressing back. And we're going to start by pedaling. And this might be what you choose to do. You might just pedal for a while
So again, we're moving that lymph, right? Or if you'd like a little more challenge, from here you can bring one knee forward as you come forward. Send that leg out behind you. Bring the knee to the opposite elbow and send it out behind you. Moving gently. Remember, if this is too much, just pedal your heels. Just stay with that. If at any time either of those are too much, just come down into child. Just having fun, just moving our bodies. So again, notice when you kick up, you're stretching the front of your groin, moving the lymph, and the standing leg is definitely moving the lymph as you pump your heel up and down off the floor. Even if you're just doing the pedaling, you're moving that lymph back up from your legs to your heart. Having fun yet? And let's come on back down. Let's come into child and notice how we feel. You ready to move on? We'll do the other side. So coming back into your downward facing dog. And again, if all you want to do is just pedal your heels, so you're pumping the legs, moving the lymph. Good job. Or leg goes out behind you and come in knee to elbow, reaching out, knee to elbow. You're still pumping with that standing leg. You're also pumping with the other leg, and you're stretching the front of your groin, moving the lymph, strengthening your immune system, and having fun. Remember to come down into child if this is too much, or just go back to pedaling your legs. Two more. And let's come on back down. And come back into child. Let's inhale back up. Who's up for a side plank? I know there's not a lot of movement in this, but it just feels like the right thing to do. So we're going to come onto our hands and knees. Send your left leg straight out and back, and then swivel your right heel towards away from the midline. I'm going to switch sides so that the first time I'm facing you. I'm going to swivel the back foot onto the floor and spin your body. And bring your arm over your head and pick your leg up if you can. And if you can, bend your knee, reach back, grab your foot, press that thigh back, roll the shoulder back and look up. So again, we're stretching the front of our body, whole side of the body, opening those lymph nodes. Having a wonderful time. Remember, it's perfectly okay to stay here or with the foot on the floor. Honor your body. Notice which one serves you the best tonight. And let's come on back down. And I'm going to switch around so that you can still see me and I can still see you. So let's send that leg out. Slide your foot around. So you're on the other side. Again, you can just reach your arm over your head. Pick that leg up. Bend the knee, grab the foot, press that back. Roll the shoulder up. Nice deep breaths. Remember to choose the variation that works for you. And let's come on back down and we'll take that in. Draw the pelvic floor up, belly in, tongue to roof of mouth, awareness in third eye. And let's come to standing. Finding Tadasana. I'm going to turn sideways. We're going to do breath of joy. So I'll just show it to you first and then I'll do it sideways so I don't hit the sofa. So remember, it's 3 sniffs in through the nose, a long breath out through the mouth. So you're energizing yourself with the 3 sniffs in. You're releasing toxins by breathing out slow through your mouth. So that's the breath. I like to do a little bounce in the knees because, again, that's moving the lymph, right? Okay. And then the last one is a squat. It's not a forward fold with straight legs, it's a squat. So the legs are bounce, 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 squat, bounce, 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 squat, or chair pose. You think of it as bounce, 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 chair pose. Okay? The arms are forward, out, up, and down. Forward, out, up, and down. Forward, out, up, and down. All right, let's put it all together. I think this will work. Yeah, we'll find out. Let's try this way. So again, if this is too slow, go faster. If it's too fast, go slower. If you get dizzy, stop and rest because you're getting a lot of oxygen to your brain and you might not be used to getting that much oxygen. And when you've had enough, take your time coming back to Tadasana. And again, lift the pelvic floor, draw the belly in, shoulders down, tongue against roof of mouth, eyes up, closed, looking at your third eye. Awareness goes deep inside.
All right, let's step out for some wide-legged poses. What's happening here? Julie McDill. Okay. All right, thanks, Julie. Okay, step out for some wide-legged poses. Let's inhale the arms out. Take a moment in our 5-pointed star. Deep, full breaths. Let's turn the toes to one side. Let's scoot the heel back. We'll come into Virabhadrasana 2, Warrior 2. And again, we're going to do a little movement here. A vinyasa, inhaling up, exhaling down. Inhale, stretch up. Exhale, open. So we're doing lots of repetitions today, but we're moving slowly and gently, and always feel free, if you don't want to feel like a Kundalini warrior, to stop and rest at any time. Or taking a page from the Kundalini book to just keep going, moving through discomfort. Different from what we usually say, right? But not pain, never pain. Just the discomfort of doing more than you're used to. And maybe the ego says, oh, I can't do that. But we all are moving through discomfort right now. We're all moving beyond what our ego thinks we can do. So here's an opportunity to practice it consciously. How's that? So we stop, turn the toes in, heel ourselves back to Tadasana. And you now know the drill. Close your eyes, take it in. Let's go to the other side. Big wide step. Let's rotate the toes 90 degrees, scoot the heel back. Since your eyes are facing forward, we inhale the arms up, and we'll come into a lunge on this side, Virabhadrasana 2. Inhale, stretch out. Exhale, lunge. Move with your breath. If this is too slow, go faster. If it's too fast, go slower. Feel like you're moving with resistance, moving through water. Have fun with it. Two more, or whatever works for you. And bring those toes in. Toe heel yourself back to Tadasana. Come out to a big wide step once again. Coming into our 5-pointed star. Bring the hands behind you. Squeeze the shoulder blades. Gently arc back. And let's inhale, slide down the legs. Let the head go. Okay. We're going to go into a little lunge from side to side. So we're going to bend this knee and inhale, forward fold, and bend the other knee and forward fold. So the feet are parallel, bending the knee over the leg, and forward fold. Inhale, and exhale. Inhale, and exhale. So feet are parallel, knee bends over the leg. Foot. Well, follow your breath. Go at whatever pace feels good to you. Let's inhale into a forward fold and just hang for a few breaths. And toe heel your feet back to parallel. Reach your arms around behind you, coming into Yoga Mudra. And then slowly pull yourself back up. And come to stillness, taking it in, going up the pelvic floor, belly in, shoulders down. Let's come into a variation of stork pose. Finding Tadasana. Now shift your weight over to one side and bring your opposite knee up. Start this way. And hold onto the knee. Reach the other arm behind you. And if you can, it's a challenge. Slowly begin to turn towards the hand behind you. Come back to center. And turn that into a twist the other way. Let's bring the opposite hand. Reach your hand behind you. And slowly begin to turn. Again, you can stop and just stay in regular stork. You stretch around. Finding the hand behind you and balancing here. And come back to center. Shake it out and do the other side. It's a challenge, huh? Okay, finding Tadasana. Get that leg, let's grab the knee. Reach the hand behind you. This side is harder. Twist is actually easier. Again, you can just stay here in your regular stork or stretch around behind you and look over your shoulder. The hardest part about this is the fact that your drishti is moving. Once you get back there, you should be fine. And come back to center and down. Okay? So again, the same leg. Let's grab the knee, reach the other arm behind you, and we'll turn and look over our shoulder. And notice once you get there, you're not shaking so much. It's finding your way around that's the challenge. And let's come on back to center and down. And come down onto the mat. You can take it in. Again, sitting in thunderbolt or easy pose, whatever's best for you. Now we're going to do some floor poses. And camel is one of the best poses for opening the front of the body. So coming onto your knees, lots of choices here. First variation is to bring your hands to your sacrum, squeeze your elbows together. So notice how we're stretching the whole front of the body, opening the chest, opening the groins, moving that lymph. If you want a little more challenge, you can turn your toes over. And without twisting your body, reaching one hand and then the other to your heels, and then projecting your hips forward. Big stretch. That's a little hard on my back today, so I'm going to stay here. You can again put your tongue against the roof of your mouth. Help focus your energies. And let's inhale up. And come on back down. Coming down onto your back for bridge pose. So hands are at your sides. So this is one of my all-time favorite poses because it's so valuable. It does so many good things for you. And here in bridge pose, we're turning the tailbone up, lifting the hips. And notice how, again, we're stretching the front groins. We're opening the chest. And if you reach your arms up overhead, you're stretching the underarms as well. So you're creating that wonderful opportunity to massage the lymph system and move the toxins out of your body. Take some nice deep breaths here. And slowly lower yourself back down. Bring your knees into your chest and give yourself a hug. And again, if you'd like to rock from side to side, we'll do another spinal rock and roll. It's a lot of fun. Let's come into fish pose. So I'm going to give you an easy variation for fish today because you've worked hard. So sitting up in Dandasana, you bring your hands to the floor behind you and lift your chest. And then slowly come down onto the elbows and let your head relax back. If you prefer to do the full fish, then you're lying on the sound is on and lifting the chest and arcing back. Deep breaths, opening the chest. Again, stretching the upper chest. Creating immunity. Let's slowly come out of that and come back onto your back for a few breaths. And again, even here, you can draw the pelvic floor up, tuck the belly in, bring your awareness into your mouth and up into your third eye. So we're moving energy up the spine. And let's go into some seaweed. So again, notice how we're in an inversion here, which brings the blood back to the heart, but also the lymph back towards the heart. So moving like through seaweed. And do this for as long as you like, as slow or as fast as you like. Notice how good that feels. Shaking the body is so good for you, and now you know why. And when you've had enough shaking, you can come into your favorite inversion. You can hang out here. You can bring your hands down below your butt, or you can come up into shoulder stand. You're at home, and if you'd like to do a shoulder stand at home, I'm going to do one today. We'll hang out here for about a minute. So again, we're letting the blood flow back to the heart, the lymph flow back towards the heart. Another 15 seconds. If you're in shoulder stand, you might want to come over into plow. And then slowly lower yourself down. If your legs are in the air, just bring them down into your chest and give yourself a hug. And let your awareness go inside, come to stillness. Let's roll over and come to a seated twist. Okay. So get nice and tall. Bring the left leg in. And again, you can keep the leg here. I'm going to keep it here today. I'm just going to do a nice, easy variation. If you know advanced variations, go right ahead. I'm going to hold the leg with the opposite arm and bring this arm up and over. Bring it behind you. Turn your body towards the hand and back. Stretch out through the front heel.
Inhale your spine tall. Inhale that arm back around. Stretch that leg out and surrender over. Inhale back up. Let's bring the other leg in. So again, we're going to cross opposite arm and reach this arm up and around behind you and back, spinning towards that back arm. Let's reach that arm forward and surrender over. Big stretch. Inhale back up. Take it in. Like my aviary. Let's come down onto our backs. We'll do about 10 minutes of Shavasana, and then we'll come back up and do a pranayama and meditation. So, find yourself a comfortable way to lie down, covering yourself if you need to, pillows, blankets, whatever. Feel your body surrendering into the mat. Relax your toes. Relax your feet. Relax your ankles. Relax your lower legs. Relax your thighs. Relax your hips and buttocks. Relax your hands. Relax your forearms. Relax your upper arms. Relax your hips and buttocks. Relax your mid-back. Relax your upper back. Relax your front torso. Relax your digestive organs. Relax your chest and heart. Relax your shoulders. Relax your neck. Relax your face, scalp, and brain. Whole body together. Relax.
Slowly begin to bring some movement back into your fingers and toes, gently wiggling, and slowly rolling the head to one side, back the other way. And back to center. And gently move and stretch in whatever way feels good to you. When you're ready, roll to one side. Blink the eyes gently to come back into the room. And make your way to a seated position, finding a way to sit comfortably. Perhaps you want to sit on a pillow. You may choose to sit on a chair. You may decide to sit in Thunderbolt or in Sukhasana, easy pose. Whatever seated position you can maintain comfortably for the next 5 minutes. We're going to do a breathing technique, pranayama, dog panting breath. It's similar to Kapalabhati, breath of fire, which we've done before, where you're snapping your belly in. That's different. Yeah, that helps. You're snapping your belly in. We're going to leave the mouth open and we're going to breathe through the mouth. So it's a dog panting breath. If your mouth gets dry and you need to stop and wet your tongue, take a swallow, that's perfectly okay. So is everybody ready? We're just going to go and stop if you get, again, tired or lightheaded or if you just don't have the diaphragmatic strength. But what we're doing here is we are moving the belly in and we're stimulating this area of our body, which is where the yogis say all of our energy centers meet. 72,000, I believe it is, nadis or energy channels. And so we're stimulating those energy channels, sending that energy to every part of our body. So here we go. Close your eyes. Take a deep breath in. Again, draw up the belly, draw up the pelvic floor, tongue to the roof of the mouth, looking up, and just hold that breath for 15 seconds or whatever feels comfortable for you. And release. We're going to do that twice more. So when I say hold, you just do all those lifts, right? Okay? Deep breath in. Hold. And release if you haven't already. One more deep breath in.
And hold. And release. Let your breath return to normal. Just close your eyes and savor the silence or the breath. And let the practice go. Slowly open your eyes and go back into the room. Just notice what's right in front of you. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. Namaste.
Namaste.
Namaste.